If you work in tourism marketing and you need help convincing your boss to spend on social media and influencer marketing, you're going to want to send them this video. Now, it's 2025. Social media is how we all connect and communicate and get all of our content, but there still is a healthy amount of reservation among bosses and executives about, like, does this actually drive bookings? Is this actually resulting in people coming and visiting our property or our destination? There's a study that came out that has some stats that I have to share with you, and I think intuitively we know these things, but when you actually see the numbers, it kind of blows you away. Now, the first one is when they asked people what their primary source for travel inspiration was, right? And this could be anything. It could be TV shows, movies, it could be their family, friends. 52% of Gen Z said it was social media content. 46% of millennials said it was social media content. And this is people voluntarily saying this, right? Remember that anytime we're talking about marketing or the things that motivate people to make a purchase or a booking, we all want to be like, I'm a strong, independent thinker, right? I can't be influenced by brands or marketing or advertising, but half of people are saying that the number one place that they get their trip inspiration is their social media news feeds. So the fact is, if we're not showing up there, we're missing out on literally half of the market. Now, when they asked people about the actual booking decision, 40% of those surveyed said that social media content had a, quote, significant impact on where they ended up going on their trips. But what about influencers specifically? I think some people are still like, I don't know, like, do influencers actually affect travel decisions? 62% of people said that influencers, and however you want to imagine that, are the people that they look to when making travel decisions. Now, obviously that number comes down a little bit when we look at millennials or Gen X, but it's still a massive number and bigger than TV, radio, earned media, all of these other platforms combined. And the last number I think actually might be the most interesting, which was that 53% of millennials, 52% of Gen Z said that they would book travel directly from social media if it was seamless. Now, they're used to things like TikTok Shop where you can just click to buy, but what this tells me is that there's friction, right? So when they go from an Instagram post or a YouTube video, then you have to go and Google and search and find a website that might not have great online booking, it might not work well on your phone. So I think what we can all be taking away from that is, like, how do we make it as easy as possible for people to get from that content that they're seeing to the actual booking experience? Because if we want our investment in social media and in influencer marketing to actually have an impact on our bottom line, to actually bring people into our property, we have to make it easy for them to do the thing that we want them to do. So I think the only question remaining, because we know that this is how people are actually planning their trips and how they're making their booking decisions, is what are we going to do about it?